Stop. Before you scroll past this, somewhere tonight, your soulmate prayed your name. Not a name they know yet. Not a face they've seen. But a prayer, spoken with your future in mind, rising up to heaven at the exact moment you needed to hear this. An angel was sent tonight with one assignment: deliver what God told them, back to you. He says, I told them to wait for someone exactly like you. Child, I know the loneliness some nights brings. I know you've wondered if you're the only one still waiting, still hoping, still praying for someone to come while everyone around you seems to have already found their person. I want you to hear this clearly: you are not forgotten, and neither are they. Somewhere, your soulmate has prayed for you before they even knew your name. They asked me for someone with your laugh, your resilience, your particular way of loving people fiercely even after being hurt. They asked for someone who has faith that survived hard seasons instead of faith that only exists when life is easy. I told them to wait. I told them, don't settle for someone who almost fits. Wait for the one I'm still shaping. She's becoming exactly who you'll need her to be. And every day since, they've carried that instruction, sometimes patiently, sometimes not, but always trusting that I know what I'm doing. Maybe they prayed it in a quiet moment before bed, the same way you have. Maybe they prayed it through tears after a disappointment, the same way you have. Maybe they've asked me the same question you've asked: God, is she real? Is he really out there? And every time, my answer has been the same: yes, and I am preparing you both, right now, in this very moment. I know some of you have loved before and lost. Some of you gave your heart to someone who wasn't the one, and it cost you more than you expected. I saw every tear from those relationships. I saw the trust that was broken, the promises that weren't kept. None of that pain was wasted. It was teaching you what you'll need to recognize when the right one finally arrives. Your soulmate has been through their own version of that process too. Their own heartbreaks. Their own seasons of doubt. Their own nights of asking me if they were doing something wrong, if they'd somehow missed their chance at love. I have been walking with both of you, separately, preparing you simultaneously, even though your paths haven't crossed yet. I told them something else too. I told them your story matters as much as your appearance, your career, or your achievements. I told them not to look for someone who simply checks boxes, but someone whose heart beats in rhythm with theirs, someone who feels like coming home the first time they meet you. I know it's tempting to try to force this timeline. To settle for someone who's convenient rather than someone who's right. To silence the doubt in your spirit just because you're tired of waiting. Child, don't do that to yourself. I did not bring you this far in your healing, your growth, your becoming, just to watch you settle for less than what I've prepared. Your soulmate prayed something specific for you tonight. They asked me to protect your heart until they find you. They asked me to guard you from people who would waste your time, distract you from your purpose, or lead you further from who I'm calling you to be. That prayer has been covering you longer than you know. Every wrong relationship that ended before it could hurt you more, that was me answering their prayer. Every red flag you recognized before it was too late, that was me protecting what they had already begun to pray for. You have been covered, even in seasons that felt uncertain and unprotected. I also want you to know, your soulmate isn't perfect. They have flaws, insecurities, moments of doubt just like you do. I'm not preparing someone flawless for you. I'm preparing someone whole enough, healed enough, ready enough to build something real with you, imperfections included. I know the waiting feels long some nights. I know you scroll past engagement announcements and wonder when it will be your turn. But I want you to trust the process happening in both of you right now. Character being built. Patience being developed. Faith being strengthened. All of it necessary for the relationship I'm preparing you both for. Tonight, they prayed again. Maybe without even realizing how specific their prayer was. They asked for someone who would choose them even on hard days, someone who understands that love isn't just about feelings but about commitment, faithfulness, showing up again and again even when it's difficult. That's who you're becoming. That's who I've been shaping you into, one season at a time. I know some nights the loneliness feels heavier than others. Holidays alone, weddings you attend as a guest instead of the bride or groom, quiet apartments that echo a little louder than you'd like to admit. I see every one of those nights. I don't dismiss the ache. I sit with you in it, even when it feels like I'm silent. So here's what I want you to declare tonight, in Jesus' name. I will not rush what God is preparing. I will not settle out of impatience. I will trust that my soulmate is being prepared just as I am, in perfect timing, for a love built to last. I already know your story together. I already know the moment you'll meet, the conversation that will change everything, the love that will grow from friendship into something you've both been praying for. None of it is a mystery to me. Trust the wait. Trust the process. Trust that somewhere tonight, someone prayed for you specifically, and I heard every word. I am not slow. I am not distracted by anyone else's story while I finish writing yours. Every detail is being handled with the same care I've shown you your whole life, the same care that brought you this far, kept you safe through seasons that could have broken you, and is now bringing you closer to the answer to a prayer you've been praying for longer than you even realize. If this message brought you hope tonight, take a moment and like this video. And if you know someone still waiting and wondering if their person is out there, share this with them. Tell us in the comments, what are you trusting God for in your love story right now? We'd love to stand in prayer with you.